In an era where luxury brands compete on heritage, hype, or exclusivity, there is one brand that managed to carve its identity with something as simple and as magical as cut glass. We're talking about Swarovski. Founded in 1895 in Austria, Swarovski isn't just a crystal brand. It's a symbol of accessible luxury, a bridge between high fashion and everyday glamour. From dressing Hollywood icons to collaborating with streetwear designers, from chandeliers in royal palaces to earrings in your neighborhood mall, Swarovski is everywhere. But the brand has recently undergone a bold transformation. So, what's happening behind the sparkle? Let's dive in. Swarovski sits in a fascinating niche. They're not Cartier, but they're certainly not Shein. Instead, they've created a category of their own: affordable extravagance. In a world of jewelry, brands typically choose between being mass market or high end. Swarovski said, why not both? They democratized luxury, offering well designed precision cut crystal glass that look expensive but are accessible enough to be gifted on birthdays, graduation, or even casual indulgences. But achieving this balance is always tricky.
Achieving the perfect balance between accessibility and luxury is really difficult because whenever you are too accessible, you risk losing your aspirational edge. And that is exactly what happened during the 2010s. Like Swarovski's accessibility actually made it feel common. And I personally know, and I've seen this when you could find Swarovski in an airport or in a mall or in a discount outlet. You start feeling that, okay, damn, what's happening? Like, isn't this supposed to be jewelry? So this is the fine balance which Swarovski always had to struggle with.
Then came 2021, a turning point. Under the creative direction of Giovanni Engelbert, Swarovski underwent a dramatic reinvention. They didn't just update the logo, they rebooted the entire universe of the brand. The new Swarovski was colorful, theatrical, and unapologetically bold. Gone are the minimalist displays and neutral palettes. In came candy box colored interiors, oversized jewelry, and dreamlike visuals. Think of it like Swarovski meets Wes Anderson. High drama, high fantasy, high fashion. They moved away from elegant and safe to edgy and artistic. And this shift wasn't random, it was strategic. They were targeting new luxury customers, young, experimental, and influenced by Instagram, not Vogue. Here's where it gets even more interesting. While traditional luxury brands still rely on red carpet placements and polished campaigns, Swarovski is leaning into fantasy and maximalism. They created Wonder Labs, interactive pop-ups across global cities to immerse people in their reimagined brand world. They launched themed capsules instead of just seasonal collections, and they began partnering with unexpected designers like Skims by Kim Kardashian to Aquazura to tap into streetwear, fashion tech, and influence audience. This was no longer about crystals. It was about cultural storytelling. Walk into one of the new Swarovski stores today and you will instantly feel it. They're no longer boutiques. They're crystal theaters, walls in deep emerald green or hot pink, mirrors, curves, neon lighting. The product aren't just displayed, they are performed. This is retail theater, designed for Instagram generation, where once brand whispered sophistication, it now shouts confidence. Loud, bold, and with the Gen Z confidence. But for all its glamour, this reinvention comes with its own risk.
So whenever a brand goes through such a big pivot, it faces one common problem, that is, would it alienate the older legacy customer base? And that's exactly what Swarovski is also facing, because people who have, got into Swarovski for its understated elegance and all, would they feel repulsive by all the new brand revamping that's happening? Secondly, the bold design direction might lose relevance really quickly, because the best things about timeless design is that it's timeless. It's so classic, so minimal that it just like stands the test of time. Whenever a company goes into bold design directions, it has a risk that it might just like lose relevance and be just gimmicky after a certain point of time. And of course, whenever you venture too deep into the trend culture, it loses that level of timelessness which people associate with jewelry. So other brands, for example, can still follow the trend culture, fashion brands, sneakers, food and beverage. With jewelry and the common notion that diamonds are forever, that timelessness plays a massive role whenever a customer is paying that amount. Because what exactly will happen if you collaborate too often with influencers of all different industries trying to attract that Gen Z audience? There is nothing which actually anchors the brand down in its heritage, because you have to remember, Swarovski is not a new brand. They have a really rich culture and really rich history, which is sort of being risked whenever they do these collaborations and lose the sense of timelessness.
Swarovski's new chapter is daring. It's a brand unafraid to burn its old rulebook to write a new story, one that resonates with younger and more expressive generation. Through radical design, theatrical retail, and unexpected collaborations, Swarovski is redefining what crystal means in 2025. It's no longer about elegance alone. It's about expression, experimentation, and emotion. The real question is, will the people embrace Swarovski's new voice or miss the quiet sparkle it once had?